Hello there, my name is Iyab Zudu, and music and art brings me here today. What are some of my inspirations? I really love to read a lot. And rereading, I believe that helps me escape a lot of the own obstacles and things that I have in my worldview. And I believe a worldview should always be able to expand. And I think that the expansion of my worldview begins when I just pick up a book. I read too much. I don't know if that's a problem or not. And I think that I like that world better than the real world. Personally, I would like to outread my dad. My dad reads too much, and I'd like to outread him one day. What role do I think that artists have in society? I believe that artists' role in society is to spread a message and a story through their experience. I believe that artists have one thing in common, and they all are very sensitive to their own individual experiences. And they realize there is way more experiences than themselves, and they would like to explore that by reaching out and touching others. Through whatever medium it may be, photography, singing, yodeling, chess playing, painting, dancing, I don't know, but it's an expression of a specific story and a message. And I believe that is the only way that artists are able to continue thriving, by sharing their experience and love for life and care for others. That's, I believe, is their role in society. Currently, I am hella interested in a visual documentation of abstract designs. I believe that a draft is the best way to uncover a lot of your own insecurities. A draft, and when I say a draft, I mean here's a sketch of the painting. Here's a sketch of what I believe the poem can be looking like at the end of the day. But I believe a draft, I've been looking into a lot of, studying a lot of people's drafts and to see their work process. And I'm really in love with it. So I believe that that makes me fall in love with my own drafts. Professionally, my goal is to make Collective 23 hella succeed in the world of music industry, in the world of media and social media. Collective 23 is a company that I started with my girlfriend. Me and her are really keen in having a body of work being put together with many different pieces, meaning from videographers, editors, directors, and we know a whole bunch of them. And we like to bring together a huge art piece that will drastically make an impact in the art world through this collaboration. That's why we believe that Collective 23 is one company that brings together a collective of artists that make an impact in the art world. Number 23 is a peculiar number. That's all I gotta say. My personal goal is to, build a lifestyle that I believe fits well with my ideals. Whether that would be meditating every day, reading every day, eating every day together with loved ones, and having a peaceful lifestyle. I think that meditation has greatly inspired me in my artwork because I started 5 years ago where I had this sudden urge to understand the excitement, confusion, sadness, and betrayal that I had with the voice in my head. And I realize the voice in my head can get up to weird things when it is left alone. You know what? There's one thing that in my meditations I learned. Okay. So essentially, I believe art is simplicity. Simplicity, that's a word. And abstractness, having sex. That is true. That is 100%, 100,000, 10,000%. And the same way that I look at a sunset and I'm like, oh my God, I need to call Ellie. Yo, Ellie, like this sunset is like crazy as hell. And Ellie's like, yo, describe it to me. And I'm like, okay, it's like purple with like orange and like, it's just a big ball of like fire going down. Essentially, that's the simplicity is just colors. And Ellie be like, yeah, that's cool and all, but I don't really understand that. But the abstractness is that whoa feeling that sunset is giving me, right? So for me, the first lesson I learned is, what kind of nature am I? Am I simple or am I abstract? And there's nothing wrong with it being simple, and there's nothing wrong with being abstract. But me being abstract, that's what I am. I realize I need to simplify my shit. For people to understand me, I need to simplify it for you to get that whoa effect. So because me as an abstract thinker, I see things that many people don't, and I have to show them exactly how I feel about that in the most simplest way, and reminding them that. How have I developed my career? I believe the way that I developed my career is I realized the same way that I fell in love with drafts is the same way that I will continue working on them. The only way that art will ever forever live is to work on those drafts. It's not about a final product. It is always about the drafts. And I believe that giving time to those drafts to breathe is the only way for art to succeed. Your art. And the same way that you go to work with a specific shift, and when that time comes and you have to clock out, you are no longer on the floor, is the same mentality that you have to have when you're an artist. And art, even if you put 20 minutes into it, it means a lot. It means a lot to yourself. You are reporting to duty as an artist, because I'm also a poet as well. And I believe that a poet cannot be a poet unless he or she writes. So writing means journaling, diary entries. I don't care. As long as there's a pen and the alphabet is your weapon, that's all I care about. And I believe that whatever artists do, whatever they touch, whatever they think, whatever they dream, they can actually achieve. They just need to do something about it. So it has brought me to become less of a perfectionist in my art. And that means I allow art to breathe and allow it to take its form without having the voice try to direct many things. That anything that we touch will essentially be a big, huge fingerprint of exactly what we do. So no matter what you do, you will always make art. Just shut up and do it, essentially.